For nearly 80 years, the United States has ruled the global financial system. The US dollar wasn't just a currency, it was power. It built empires, controlled trade, and shaped world politics. But today, that dominance is fading. The US has crossed $35 trillion in debt, and confidence in its money is starting to crack. Now, a new plan is unfolding, one that could reset the global financial system using cryptocurrency. This is the story of how America is trying to rewrite the rules of money, a story of debt, technology, and a new digital empire. For decades, the US dollar's reserve status was an invisible engine. It let Washington borrow more, for longer, at less. Wars, welfare, research, and roads, all financed at a discount because the world trusted the dollar. But the privilege is slipping. The dollar's share of global reserves has fallen below 60%, the lowest in more than 30 years. Central banks are diversifying, some into gold, some into other currencies, all into caution. At the same time, interest rates sit at their highest in 2 decades. Servicing America's debt is now a line item bigger than most federal programs. In just 5 years, annual interest payments have more than doubled, crossing $1.2 trillion. 1 out of every 5 tax dollars now pays for the past, not the future. Economists have a name for this spiral: the debt doom loop. Confidence dips. Investors demand higher yields. Rates rise. Debt costs surge. Deficits widen. And each turn of the wheel erodes confidence again. This isn't just a chart on a screen. It's a structural shift. When the world holds fewer dollars, America's borrowing gets pricier. When borrowing gets pricier, growth slows. When growth slows, politics harden. And in that pressure, the search begins for a new architecture of money. From Bretton Woods to the end of the gold standard, the dollar adapted and survived. But today's challenge is different. It's not one summit, not one signature. It's a slow bleed of trust. And into that gap steps technology, programmable, borderless, and fast. If the old system was built on paper promises and central banks, the next may be built on code. The question is not whether the rules of money will change, but who will write them. Behind this loop lies one quiet number, something few outside Wall Street understand. The term premium, also called the risk premium. It measures investor confidence in US debt. When confidence is high, the premium is low, and borrowing stays cheap. But when confidence falls, that premium spikes, and the system starts to break. Picture the yield curve, a smooth line when trust is abundant, 10-year, 30-year. The term premium is the extra slope investors demand for uncertainty. Inflation surprises, fiscal stress, politics. In 2019, it was negative. Investors trusted US debt so completely they accepted less than models said they should. Today, it's roughly 0. And history shows it can rise fast, back to 2%. If that happens, the headline cost of borrowing doesn't inch up. It jumps. A 10-year at 4% becomes 6%, not from new inflation, but from fear. For Washington, hundreds of billions more in annual interest, without passing a single new law. For businesses, expansion plans stall as loan costs surge. For families, a mortgage that was barely affordable becomes out of reach. This is the hidden accelerant in the debt doom loop. A higher term premium lifts every rate along the curve. Deficits widen, growth slows, confidence erodes again. The premium isn't a headline number, but it writes the headlines that follow. To break the loop, Washington floats a radical pivot, a crypto reset. Not a new currency, an upgrade. Take the old dollar and give it a digital layer designed to restore confidence, keep the dollar's reach global. Here's the play. Don't replace the dollar. Rebuild it in crypto form. Enter stablecoins, digital dollars backed by cash US treasuries. You've seen the tickers, USDT, USDC together, they've crossed 200 billion in circulation. Each token is a promise. For every digital dollar, there's a real one or a short-term treasury sitting in reserve. Why it matters now? Speed cost. Reach stablecoins move across borders in minutes. Settle 24/7, plug into wallets, exchanges, payment rails the world already uses. They function like a digital extension of the dollar, faster than wires, cheaper than cards, accessible from any phone. In a world spooked by rising term premiums, that matters. If policy channels stablecoin reserves into safe treasuries, it can deepen demand where Washington needs it, softening borrowing costs without printing a single new law into existence. Programmable dollars can carry compliance, tax audit trails by design trust encoded at the edge of the network. Picture it, the Fed's stone facade. Inside, racks of humming servers on screens, a living map of dollar liquidity snapping into a global mesh. The symbols are familiar, the rails are new, and if it works, the dollar doesn't fade, it upgrades. Finding this helpful? Drop a like. It helps the channel. When a company issues stablecoins, it must buy US Treasuries to back them. Every new digital dollar creates demand for US government debt. Follow the flow. User mints a token, the issuer takes dollars, moves them into reserves, purchases short-term treasuries. Those treasuries fund the government. Now zoom out. China fades from buyer to seller. Japan fades from buyer to seller, a new channel steps in. The more stablecoins people use worldwide, the more money flows into American bonds, automatically, 24/7. Watch the counterclimb. By 2026, estimates put stablecoins at a $2 trillion market cap. At that scale, issuers like Tether Circle become the largest holders of US debt, bigger than China or Japan, concentrated in ultra-safe, short-duration bills. Result: a deeper bid for treasuries, softer funding pressure, the dollar's dominance reinforced, not on paper, but across a programmable global network. The pipes change, the power persists. But this isn't just an American story. Across Latin America, Africa, and Asia, millions are already adopting stablecoins. Latin America, Africa, Asia. In Buenos Aires, kiosks. In Lagos, markets. In Manila, remittance shops. QR codes replace cash. Mobile wallets replace bank lines. In places where inflation and currency instability destroy savings overnight, digital dollars offer stability and a connection to the world economy. A shopkeeper hedges the week's float. A student pays for an online course. A family receives remittances in minutes, not days, with fees they can afford. For many, stablecoins are not speculation. They're survival. They're a way to escape hyperinflation, capital controls, bank corruption, and broken systems. When the local currency breaks, a dollar you can hold on your phone becomes a lifeline. And in that sense, the US has quietly found a new global strategy, spreading its currency through code, not politics. No embassies, no aid packages, just open networks, 24/7 rails, and a dollar that moves at the speed of software. Zoom out. Heat maps glow across LATAM, Africa, Southeast Asia. Each new wallet, each QR scan, deepens the bid for treasuries back home, tightening the loop between street-level survival and sovereign finance. The pipes change. The power persists, now, everywhere. But this plan has limits. Even a $2 trillion stablecoin market is tiny compared to America's $35 trillion debt pile. If Washington keeps spending recklessly, not even crypto can save it. Investors are moving money into gold, Bitcoin, other assets outside the traditional system. Gold prices are hitting record highs. Investors are preparing for a world where money changes shape. Debt clocks accelerate. Fed podiums repeat the same reassurances. Yields jerk higher. Funding windows narrow. A bigger dollar on faster rails can't outrun fiscal gravity forever. When trust wobbles, people seek assets with no one's promise attached. Gold, permanence, Bitcoin, programmability. Safe havens outside the spreadsheet. Even stablecoins carry risk. DPEGs, regulation, custody failures, geopolitics. One policy mistake, one liquidity crunch, and the virtuous loop can snap back. So the question isn't just whether the dollar can go digital. It's whether the system behind it can stay believable. If belief breaks, capital won't argue, it will exit. The rush into hard assets. The market is whispering, prepare for a world where value moves faster and trust costs more. The US isn't giving up its empire. It's upgrading it. Dollars into data, debt into code, a new operating system for power buying time. For now. But the world is watching. China tests a digital yuan at national scale. Europe codes a digital euro. Millions opt into currencies no government can freeze, edit, or print. This isn't just a reset. It's the opening move of a new monetary war, not fought with gold bars or paper bills, protocols, chips, bandwidth. Who controls the rails controls the rules. Who controls the data controls the money. Choose your network, choose your trust. Because the next reserve asset may not be a metal or a bond, it may be a ledger. Beat of silence. Every era has a turning point, and you're living in one. The world is changing fast, but the wise adapt faster. If this opened your eyes, hit like, drop a comment below, and subscribe to Think Too Rich, where truth meets wealth. Because the future doesn't wait for anyone. It rewards those who prepare.